As John said, I did work within the Flying Doctor Service in Australia. I was living over there in the late 1980s and the 1990s, and was very fortunate to have trained with Ozzy and Elaine. And then I returned here in 2000 and worked at the Sue Ryder Care Hospice for 4 years, where I set up a complementary therapy service in the day centre and in the wards. So, as John said, lots of experience, like all of us, working with different people. And so with the remedies, I wanted to introduce it to you, really from a point of view where these remedies have been around for a long time. And if I just put the slides forward, just bear with me while I get my bearings and find my little arrow. The remedies are definitely old-fashioned because they've been around for many, many years. And certainly in Tom Bowen's day, they would have been around. And his relation with the remedies, particularly with the solar crystals, in Melbourne, there would have been the company that I buy the crystals from for the market here. It could have been the same company that Tom Bowen actually used, because they've been going for about 60 years, and the makeup of the crystals, they've added other bits to it, which we'll talk about as we go along. So I'm sure that it could have been the company. So they're old-fashioned remedies. Certainly when I lived in the outback in Australia, we would have used lots of these remedies. People living in isolated communities need to look after themselves. We didn't have sewage or anything like that, like cities, so we had to use products that weren't chemicals. And I think in some ways there's a return to that. Nowadays we're looking at helping ourselves much more naturally. So